the heartthrob of literature world. Durjay Datta is a best-selling author and screenwriter who has captured young India's heart. From Of Course I Love You to The Boy Who Loved, his novels blend love, drama and raw emotions. He's also penned episodes of Kuch Rang Pyar Ke Aise Bhi, proving his magic goes beyond books.
Hello everyone, here we are at the Kolkata Literary Meet 2025 and with us right now we have the heartthrob of the literature world right now, especially for us teenagers. Well, we have with us Durjay Datta sir.
Thank you for having me.
Sir, this is a whole fangirl moment for me because quite literally, like the whole lockdown, your books kept me going. Like Audience of Eternity and all of that, literally my favorite. So I feel like this is like my moment. So I have been telling my mother, she's also a huge fan of yours. And by the way, she loves your reels. Honestly, I wanted to talk about it that not only the books, but also the reels that you make nowadays on Instagram. You're so active over there. How did you like enter into the reeling world?
I knew I wanted to create content for Instagram. I just did not find a medium in which, I could express myself. And finally, I made one. For me, everything that I do on the internet is a little bit thin. But I did that one and a lot of people like it. Like, yeah, this is a format that I can take. Like, I can crunch a story 1 minute and tell it. And it slowly became fun pretty here there. It took me quite some time to figure out what I had done on Instagram, but now
A lot of celebrities say that in Instagram, it is easier for them to get access with the audience as well. So is it the same for you? Like, do you interact with your audience?
I do. But I most of my interact over the years have been with teenagers and not with people who consume my content. So interacting with readers, of course, it's a feedback loop that I really enjoy because I get to know what they think of.
So we were just talking about your book. So I have noticed this in quite a few books of yours, be it The Touch of Eternity, Dhruva Anvesha, or The Perfect Touch, The Dev and Ayantika. So there's a
Yes.
similar,
It's
D and A.
and it's because Durjoy and Avantika. And whenever I'm writing my books, I first name the character Durjoy and name the girl character Avantika, and then I do replace.
So you kind of, you are creating your own multiverse of love stories.
I was sort of, you can say that.
So in your content also, she has also been present always. So has she always been the inspiration for your work as well?
Sometimes, I'd not say all the time. Because, there's only certain aspects of her personality that I have to put in the book. And I have to make different characters all the time. But of course, she has been.
You were just telling about how you are a person who loves to write about yourself. You do. So I would like to talk about that as well. That the earlier books that you used to write about yourself and now, I feel like now also you kind of write about yourself as well. How is the contrast between the first characters and
The difference is that I used to write everything about myself. Now I mostly write about the philosophies I have about a few things. The characters are definitely not on me, but the things they say, I also be.
right now we were talking to Swati ma'am and she was saying how the philosophy for her book endings is always like they should have a happy life or the starting of a happy life. So what is your philosophy?
No, I just go by whatever I feel should happen. And books are a medium of emotional manifestation. So I see it like right at the end, how can I create maximum impact in readers?
I would just like to ask this to you that for a lot of authors or readers as well, books are a form of escapism. Like for me personally, what is happening in my life doesn't matter that much when I'm into a book. So when you are writing something, is it the same for you?
It is. I cannot say escapism because, I enjoy doing it. So would I rather live in the world that I'm creating or the real world? Yes, escapism in a way. But escapism, it feels like a negative word, but it's something that I enjoy.
Exactly. So I would just like to conclude this interview by asking that how is this experience right now in Kolkata? Because I saw a video of yours earlier where someone was asking you that Kumi Bangali Bangla hai boro biche.
Finally, I keep going back to Kolkata and it's always wonderful to.
I would just request you to end this interview to address our audience something in Bengali, please.
मैं बेंगली और বাঙালি অনেকই কেন কি আমি তেনি নিকটেলি বাংলা অনেক নি কেন কি আমি ডেলি বাঙালি বাট অনেক ভালো লাগলো এখানে এখানে এসে don't make fun of me now okay it was wonderful to be here.
Exactly. It was a wonderful session. Thank you so much, sir.
A storyteller at heart and a marketer by profession, Chaitanya Srivastava is a driving force behind some of India's biggest book campaigns at Penguin Random House India. With a deep understanding of literature and branding, he ensures that great stories reach the right readers. Beyond marketing, he's also a writer.
Hello everyone, we are back at the Kolkata Literary Meet 2025 and well, we have had quite a few interviews till now, but right now we have someone else who's a little different, a little more special. So right now we have with us Chaitanya Srivastava, who is the lead publicist and marketeer for Penguin Random House Southeast Asia. So well, Chaitanya, I would really like to start this whole interview with you are so young. If I'm not wrong, you are just 24, right?
That is correct, yes.
At this young age, you are at such a good designation. So I would just like to ask, how did you reach here so early?
I think the matter of fact is that I pursued something that I was always interested in. So for me, it was books, and I realized very, very soon enough in my life that I can't do the math, I can't do the science, I can't become a lawyer. So there weren't a lot of those traditional roles that was open for me. But I knew for a fact right from the start that books and literature is where my interests lie.
So you were always a good reader.
Yeah, I think I've been I won't say I'm a born reader, but I think I've read for as long as I can think back.
Maybe you were talking about the literary meet. There are like authors are there, artists are there,
Right.
but there are also a whole genre of people who are readers. And in readers, there is one thing that we always aspire to be writers as there. Like maybe many of us have a lot of drafts ready, really. But one question that even I got asked, we were here and we randomly saw some people
Right.
who were like that, yeah, we are writing some books and we are looking for some publishers and everything. So how does a person who's writing a book, like who's normal, like us lady students or something, how do they reach to the publishers?
Well, I think that's a intelligent question because I feel a lot of people do have a book. From what I know, most people will tell you, especially those who work in publishing, that every person has a book inside of them. What matters is whether they choose to pursue writing one or not. So once somebody who has decided that they want to write a book, or once they have finished writing a book, the next step is to approach a publisher, and they do so by, if you're in India at least, you can directly go on to the publisher that you're interested to get published with. So, say for example, I work for Penguin. So, if you're interested in publishing with us, you can simply head over to our website and look for the submissions page, which is a page on our website, and it carries all the details that we need from you, including very basic stuff like synopsis, your author profile, perhaps the first 3 chapters. I don't personally work in editorial, so I can't speak for them, but they may require you to send in more stuff, but you simply send them an email and then you wait. You keep your fingers crossed. You submit to a few more publishers, and then hopefully you will get a call or you'll get an email.
So if let me just ask you that, what are the things that you all, like at Penguin, you all are usually looking for when you select a certain book that, okay, we want to publish this? What are some key
I think every publisher, whether Penguin or not, is looking for a good story, is looking for a fresh voice, it's looking for something that's unique, something that's topical, that's relevant, or even that's something which is not topical or relevant but is bold or is striking enough to capture the reader's attention. Because again, you would know, right, by being here, there are so many books that comes out. So what is it that is pulling a reader to that specific book? So it has to be something different, interesting, and exciting for the readers and for the audience.
So, I may just ask that, is it important? Like, does the experience in writing books matters? Like, maybe someone who has written 2, 3 books earlier, prior, do they have an advantage that, okay, they'll be selected and not the newcomer or something?
I wish there was a straightforward answer to this, but there isn't, because there are several parameters at play. It depends upon who was your previous publisher, how well your book did, the first 2 or 3 books did. If they did phenomenally well, and you're published with one of the big 5 publishers, then yes, of course, you have an advantage when you're trying to move between different publishing houses. But if you were self-published and you do not have a very very substantial following, then then it doesn't really make that difference whether you have 1 book or 10 books. What will matter is that the book that you're submitting, how good that is. Yes.
Chaitanya, I may just ask that, like here in this literary beat, we saw a lot of books. There were quite a few book launches. So, yeah, which was one book that you personally like? You're rooting for you.
You should have never asked me that question. I think no reader can pick 1 book, so I think I'll leave the audience with 3. 2 books from my Southeast Asian authors, simply because, and not because I work for Penguin Southeast Asia, but I feel like We've all been reading a lot of Western literature, and being in India, of course, by default, we read a lot of Indian literature. But it's time that we look beyond the West. And of course, we can't look beyond India because we're all Indians and we're all sitting here in India. But when we are looking at something beyond, besides India, I think it's time to look at writings that's coming out from countries which are not necessarily from the West, so not from the US, not from the UK. So, two recommendations would be My Mother Pattu by Saras Manikam and Hue City by Claire Batista de Guzman. And I think another book that I would like to recommend would be Deviance by Shantanu Bhattacharya. I had to bring an Indian because I said Indian writing is also very important. And I think that because it's based in the UK, I think he brings in a fresh perspective from a diaspora point of view.
So I would just like to ask another question. That is, in this literary meet, we had quite a few book launches and everything. So we saw a lot of books. So was there a specific genre that like pulled you towards itself?
I wouldn't say there was any particular genre, but I would say the literary festival itself. I'm born and raised here, so it's been, I mean, no, 10 years of me coming to this festival, and I come here because I know most people who organize it, and I come here because it has always been a great experience listening to writers of different walks of life, from different genres, from different countries, writing in different languages, come here and talk. So whether you're coming here to specifically listen to someone, or you are just somebody who has heard your favorite author but just chooses to sit for another session, you will find something interesting to go back home with.
I may just conclude this interview
Yeah.
with one simple question. That is, I just know quite a few students like myself.
Yeah.
We all have something or the other ready to write and draft and things like that.
Right.
So what do you think, which market do you think would be a good, like target for us?
Again, I wish this was a more straightforward question answer, but it isn't. I think as students, what you should work on is to go back to the points that I said. You have to have a good story. You have to have compelling characters. Your writing has to be strong. Your voice that you're writing in has to be unique or different, or at least bold. And then once you've done once you've met all of these parameters, then you can go to different publishers and start pitching.
Well, thank you so much, Chaitanya. That was not just a lovely chat, but it was also quite informative. I feel everyone would agree, and I really feel that it was really helpful because young readers like myself, obviously, we always aspire to be a good writer as well, and this would be a really good video for us. Thank you so much, Chaitanya.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.